Today, we're diving into a really interesting company called Bravo Technologies. They've carved out a unique niche for themselves by being the people you call when you have a tech problem that, frankly, nobody else can or wants to solve.
So, let's start with a situation that I think we've all experienced in one way or another. You have a critical piece of technology, something you rely on, and it just stops working. Your whole day, maybe even your whole business, just grinds to a halt.
And look, we're not just talking about your phone or your laptop acting up. I mean the really specialized stuff, the kind of machinery that runs your workshop or a complex hobby. When that stuff goes down, you have that sinking feeling. Who on earth do you even call for something like this?
Well, if you happen to be in Middle Tennessee, there's actually a very specific answer to that question. There's one place that's become the go-to for a huge range of these kinds of technical headaches. And that place is Bravo Technologies, or Tech Bravo as they're also known. Now, they've built their whole business around being the answer for those complicated, niche, and absolutely critical tech issues. And notice that white glove service? It's not just about fixing things, it's the whole package. Consulting, installing, training, you name it.
And this is not some new company just starting out. We're talking about more than 25 years of real-world, hands-on experience solving problems for people right there in the community. That's a quarter-century of expertise.
Okay, so this next part is where you really start to get a sense of just how different these guys are. In a world where everyone seems to specialize in just one tiny thing, the sheer breadth of what Bravo Technologies can handle is, well, it's pretty wild.
So for businesses, just look at this list. On one hand, you've got heavy-duty industrial gear like CNC machines and laser cutters. But then, on the other hand, they can also handle the implementation of your core business software, your CRM and ERP systems, the digital engines that run everything behind the scenes.
And that expertise doesn't just stop at the office or workshop. It goes on the road and even on the water. We're talking about highly specialized systems for vehicles, everything from outfitting emergency vehicles to the complex electronics on your boat or ATV.
And this, to me, just shows the incredible range. Think about it. One day, they could be carefully restoring a piece of beautiful vintage audio gear, and the very next day, they could be setting up a cutting-edge smart home network or fixing a classic pinball machine. It's amazing.
You know, if you really want to get a feel for the company's philosophy, you just have to look at this title from their blog, Taking a Hacksaw to My Aurora 8. It just screams hands-on, do whatever it takes problem solving. They are clearly not afraid to get in there and figure it out.
All right, so having all that skill is one thing, but how does it actually play out for real clients? Because that's what really matters, right? The proof is in what people have to say.
Take Beth, who owns an engraving business. For her, having someone local who could provide fast, in-person support was a total game changer. Think about it. No more trying to fix things herself or flying in expensive techs from out of state. It completely changed her workflow.
And then you have Ginger's comment, which really gets at another huge benefit, just saving time and avoiding stress. Trying to figure out complex new systems on your own can be an absolute nightmare.
You know, what keeps popping up in these reviews isn't just the technical skill. It's the way the service is delivered. Words like patient and focused. It's about having a good bedside manner, but for technology. It shows they care about the person, not just the machine.
This last one really brings it all home. Remember that feeling of panic we talked about at the beginning? Well, this quote perfectly captures the feeling of relief you get when a true professional shows up, calmly takes control, and just makes the problem go away. That is priceless.
So, if you're listening to this and thinking, I have one of those problems, what's the actual process look like? Well, it's actually refreshingly simple and clear. It's a really logical three-step approach. It all kicks off with a free consultation, just to talk it through and make sure everyone's on the same page. Then, they develop a specific plan just for you. And finally, they get to work and execute that plan. No guesswork, just a clear path forward.
And here's why that free consult matters so much. It completely removes the risk. You can actually explore a real solution to that problem that's been bugging you for ages without any upfront cost or commitment. You have nothing to lose by just asking.
So, we'll leave you with this question to think about. Now that you know an expert with this incredible range of skills is actually out there, what's that one project, that one repair you've been putting off because you just thought it was impossible or too complicated? Maybe now's the time to finally get it solved.